We give you Mr. Barry Cryer!
Would you like to hear me sing it again? No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not. I'm not singing tonight. There are too many other singers on the bill, and I don't want them to suffer the comparison. No, I've had my singing voice insured for £10,000, you know. Had a whale of a time with the money. Good evening, Mr. Sachs. Good evening. What a man. I admire this man quite enormously. I admire those introductions he does so well. Don't know why he shouts. He got the job. How are you all, ladies and gentlemen, sitting there like one vast jumble sale? Thank you, but oh, no, please. Oh, yes, oh. The gale of applause may lift the kilt. Steady on, steady on. Oh, bless you, dear. Oh. I must tell you, dear, yesterday I was out grouse shooting and I ran in my kilt through some rather tall thistles. By God, that brings the tears to your eyes and a lump to your throat. Suffice it to suffice a fool. And my mouth fixed and it won't work. I will not be putting my leg up on the stool tonight, dear, so the eternal riddle will remain unanswered. No, it's all right, dear, the panties are here safe. In my sporran. Now, the sporran is, of course, a purse in which we Scots keep our money, or as we prefer to call it, our bawbees. You get a lot in here, it's a sort of bawbee crush. Oh, you must remember Bobby Crush. He used to be Russ Conway's pianist. Now, I've also... Move about a bit, sir, they'll think it's more. I've got the tammy on again, of course, the tammy. I was going through the cow pasture near my home yesterday, and the wind blew my tammy off onto the ground. I tried on 12 before I got the right one. And this show, you know, the good old days, or G.O.D. as they call it at the BBC, G.O.D. And talking of G.O.D. brings me to our producer, Mr. Colahan. Oh, what a wonderful man. He's produced it for the whole 25 years, you know. They don't let him do anything else. At rehearsals this afternoon, I walked on and said good afternoon, and he said next. He's drunk with power, you know. I blame the moustache. It's sapping his strength, you know. Always looks as if he's talking to you over a sort of white hedge. And he took me on one side and left me there. I think he was still suffering, you know, still feeling fragile from New Year. Did you have a good New Year yourselves? Oh, I did. Grand. Hogmanay, we call it in Scotland, you know. Hogmanay. Funny word, that, isn't it? You'd like to know the origin of it. Because if you wouldn't, the act stops right here. The word Hogmanay, very interesting origin. Way, way back, about 1820, or it may have been half past. There was a pig breeder in the Trossachs called Angus Cohen. He only bred them, you understand. Didn't eat them. Also ran a pub called the Kosher Horses, and he had... You're my sort of audience, no taste. He was doing very well indeed. His business was booming. I did enjoy saying that. Boom, boom went his business, ladies and gentlemen. And he was doing so well, he opened a chain of takeaway fried pig things, you know, in a little village called Lingerfickin. And hence the expression, no, you're ahead of me. Anyway, his business was booming, but he couldn't cope, you see. He and his wife, an amazing woman who used to pull bell ropes and take the collection at the same time, an amazing woman, known in the village as Amazing Grace, they couldn't cope with the business, you see, so he had to advertise for some help. So he asked, first of all, he asked two of his old friends, old Huey and Walt in the village, that help him out with the pig handling, you see. Well, old Huey was an old fella. He was another legend in the village. The lads used to come out the pub on a Saturday night shouting for him, you know, Huey, Huey! And Angus, I'm looking forward to this next bit, because I haven't had it. Angus said, Huey, can you help me with the pigs? He said, I'm too old to handle pigs, Angus, at my age. He said, well, what about Walt? Does he handle pigs? He said, no, Walt Disney. And So he decided he'd have to advertise, so he took an advert in the Ochtermachty Bugle, which used to have this centre spread with a nude haggis, and he advertised for a pig handler, you see, and one New Year's Eve, remember the plot, one New Year's Eve, there was a nickety-knack knock on his door, and there was a local fellow called Jimmy Raddle. Now, he was with Jimmy Raddle, who'd been helping with the local harvest. He was known locally as Hey Jimmy, and he was there, and he said, I can handle pigs, I can help you, Angus. I'm an expert at this. And Angus looked him up and down and said, oh, Hogman, eh? Oh, you're too kind, you're too kind. I've been telling that story for 20 years, and that's the best it's ever gone. No. Anyway, I hope you have the rest of the year to yourselves, and a very happy one may it be. I'm having a marvellous time. I've just finished music hall in Scotland. I'm now down here finishing it in England. And I'd like to leave you with this rather lovely thought, ladies and gentlemen. Happiness is the smile of a child. Happiness is a songbird's trill. Happiness is a Scot in a kilt standing over a baker's grill. And thank you. May I leave you all with the immortal words of Her Majesty to John Brown. Will you stop your tickling jug? Stop your tickling jug. Dinna make me laugh so hearty or you'll make you jump. Oh, I wish you'd stop your nonsense. Just look at all of